All right. Well, we get to the final chapter, and this was supposed to be the final chapter. So what happened?
Yeah. I just had enough, pulling the wagon by yourself. It's always kind of boring and also very exhausting. But what I learned over the years is like, not everybody is as intensive as I am with the ADHD kind of thing.
Okay.
And you just have to accept it. But at that time, I was just like, you guys not fucking helping me with this or that or blah, blah, blah. I write the most shit. And I just said, fuck this. This is the last fucking album. I had it.
Wow.
And I said that before the album was even out. But yeah, because I played drums on half of that album as well.
Wow.
And there was some parts that Lars played, the guitar riffs that he wrote, and I played drums. So, it was just a weird time, and I should have been more patient, and understand that not everybody thinks like I think.
Right.
Put it in a nice way. So
when you look back on
I just had enough, and we just got a new A&R at the Nuclear Blast, and he kind of convinced me to let's keep on moving,
Yeah.
Don't overdo it, do it as a hobby and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, fine.
All right. Well, looking back on that album then now, can you listen to it? Does it bring up negative stuff? Are you not thrilled with it because of the way you were feeling at the time? It's not your best, or how do you feel about it now?
No, I think there's good songs. Good production for being at that time with the tools you had at that time.
For sure.
I think it has to also, like we had from Fourth Dimension, you have slow songs, you have mid-tempo songs, you have fast songs.
Yeah.
And that's really how I understood that Hypocrisy should be.
Yeah, I think it was a good summation. I'm glad that wasn't the final one, because the next one is a real big one for me. But I really enjoyed the final chapter as a fan, so I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it as well.
Thank you, man.
Well, so you kind of told the story about, I guess, the motivation to continue on. So if we move to 1999 now, which was actually the year I graduated high school, so showing my age. But this album to me, and I know, I've heard from other people, I thought everyone loved this album. I guess some people are on the fence about it. I didn't know that. I thought everyone loved it. But I guess it's more melancholy, as a whole, more epic and grandiose as a whole. But to me, this has a special place in your discography. It's definitely one of my top ones, my favorites as a fan. And, I think you just really knocked it out of the park, if I guess there was to be a rejuvenation. And so wasn't it originally supposed to be called Cloned or something like that?
I can't remember, to be honest. Yeah, it rings a bell, but I'm not sure if it was going to be called that or not. Could be. It like I said, it rings a bell, but I can't tell you 100%. This one, actually, we came together a little bit more as a band, as a writing team, I would say, again. And you have the Fractured Millennium.
Yep.
Which is also a top 40 song.
Yes, for sure.
No, people want us to play that song.
I would say those first two tracks. Like it. Yeah.
But there's other cool songs as well. Like I think Until the End is on there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of different types of song on there that sticks out, I think, as well.
Well, I think this, there may be another one or two, but it's funny, because I was a fan during the very more, I guess, primitive death metal days of the first two albums. I always call this the alien era of Hypocrisy. I think it started with Fourth Dimension, but that's how I refer to it with friends. We call it the alien era. And this to me was almost the peak, where you just kind of found this beautiful harmony between everything that you did, and, doing more of the higher pitched vocal, than the low vocal all the time. And, you just really hit something unique there, and I think it really stood out as you've discovered yourself, and this is Hypocrisy, take it or leave it kind of thing,
Yeah, the funny thing was I think when we were done with this album and it was a few months old or something like that, when you start thinking about the next step, we're just listening to it, and it's like, damn, we got commercialized. Fuck this shit. So we did Into the Abyss, starting with the Legion Descent. You know, it was just pure fucking hate.
Yeah, super heavy.
Yeah, so we kind of woke ourselves up and said, like, we lost our
like the edge.
Yeah, our death metal roots, kind of. So we went back and did a very brutal album, I would say, after that.
For sure.
Know?
But I feel like you just said it, but I feel like you've done that a couple of times in your career, where you maybe went too far one way, then you overcompensated the other, the next album, and then you find balance, But I think that's the cool part about a Hypocrisy discography is like, and say that a couple of times fast, Hypocrisy discography, tongue twister. But yeah, I think that's what's so cool is like. Hypocrisy obviously has its very unique sound. Like you said, the epic moments, the super heavy, brutal moments, the death metal moments, whatever. And you have that in every album pretty much. But some lean one way heavier than the other, and it makes it, more interesting as you go down the line.